one city, where would it logically be? Well, if you take the location of every person in the world and average it out, you come to South Central Asia. That means that this general region is the optimum
to live on the planet. But where more specifically should our world city go? Well, this region is already in the northern hemisphere and in Eurasia, so we've already covered those two criteria. We want a place within 100 or so miles of the ocean, on a navigable river, near mountains with rich mineral deposits. The single best place for a city on Earth just might be Dhaka, Bangladesh. Every geographic model and theory says that there's no better place on Earth to put a city than here. There's evidence to back this up. Dhaka is between the 4th and the 18th largest metropolitan area on Earth, depending on how you define metropolitan area, and Bangladesh is the 6th densest country on Earth. There are 161 million people living in an area of about the size of England. History has affected geography enough that the largest and most advanced civilizations are not all in South Central Asia. But if we started all over again, did humanity a second time, every geographic model says that this region could be the origin and central point of human civilization. I hope you enjoyed this Wendover Productions video. This video was made possible by my amazing, brand new sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform to make your beautiful professional website. Months before Squarespace signed on to sponsor Wendover Productions, I used them to make my website, wendoverproductions.com. Now, I wasn't looking for anything fancy. I just wanted to make sure that nobody else could get their hands on the wendoverproductions.com domain, and also to create a great looking landing page. This way, I could give people one link that goes to all my different social accounts. I know that most of you guys are smart, upstart, entrepreneurial people that want to make your mark, and what's so much more professional than a LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook account is a standalone website, and it's cheaper than you'd think. Especially because if you sign up using the link squarespace.com/Wendover and use the code Wendover in your order, you'll get 10% off. This is hopefully the beginning of a long and prosperous relationship between Wendover Productions and Squarespace. They're really committed to helping independent creators like me and perhaps you make great things. So definitely take a look at what they have to offer and make your next move with Squarespace. You can support Wendover Productions by contributing on Patreon, where 100% of This is Every Country in the World by Wendover Productions. We'll start with Afghanistan, the first country alphabetically. Afghanistan is one of the few countries worldwide to be offset from Greenwich Mean Time by a 30-minute interval. It's at GMT plus 4 hours and 30 minutes, while China is one of the many countries to only have one time zone, except it's ginormous. So that means that stepping over the 47-mile-long Afghanistan-China border jumps you forward by 3.5 hours. That's the largest single time zone jump on Earth. China, in all its craziness, has a rather ambitious plan to build a high-speed railroad from Beijing up across the Bering Strait and down into the United States, which happens to be the home of 41% of Wendover Productions viewers. Up in the northwest of the US, Point Roberts, a part of the mainland US, is cut off from the US by Canada, and since it doesn't have a high school, students have to cross into Canada, then back into the US each day on their way to school. Canada happens to be the second largest country on Earth and has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. It's so huge, in fact, that its easternmost point is closer to Croatia than it is to Vancouver. One of Croatia's thousands of islands is Rab, the birthplace of the sculptor Marinas, who went on and founded San Marino, the 5th smallest country in the world and one of 3 to be completely surrounded by another country. One of the others is the Vatican, the smallest sovereign state in the world. And there's also Lesotho, which is home to one of Africa's 7 ski resorts. Lesotho is of course surrounded by South Africa, which is the only country in the world to have 3 capitals. Cape Town is the seat of the parliament, Pretoria is home to the president, and Bloemfontein is the judicial capital. South Africa also almost completely surrounds another country, Swaziland, where roads are so bad that 2 of the last 4 transport ministers died in car accidents. While mostly surrounded by South Africa, Swaziland's eastern border is with Mozambique, whose name scores higher in Scrabble than any other one-word country. But in second place for Scrabble is Kyrgyzstan, which is home to 6 enclaves, the smallest of which is part of Uzbekistan and is only 2 miles wide. In Uzbekistan, no river leads to the ocean. They all drain into endorrheic basins where water evaporates out. Uzbekistan is one of only 2 countries worldwide to be double landlocked, as in landlocked by landlocked countries. In this case, every surrounding country of Uzbekistan also ends in stan: Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Afghanistan, and Turkmenistan.